Imagine being so powerful that even the biggest banks in the world feel compelled to take a stance against you. For Donald Trump, this is no longer a hypothetical scenario. It's a reality he's weaponizing as part of his ongoing crusade against what he calls debanking. But here's where it gets controversial. The term itself is a hotly debated concept, and Trump's personal vendetta against financial institutions may not align with the actual experiences of the people he claims to represent. Let's dive into the tangled web of politics, finance, and ideology that's turning debanking into a rallying cry for a surprising coalition of conservatives, crypto enthusiasts, and the former president himself. At its core, debanking refers to the practice of financial institutions refusing to open or maintain accounts for individuals or businesses. This can happen for countless legitimate reasons: poor credit history, suspicious financial activity, or even ties to illicit operations. For example, the term debanking has been co-opted by conservative groups who argue they're victims of a liberal agenda permeating corporate America. Separately, crypto advocates have jumped on the bandwagon, accusing Biden-era regulators of stifling innovation. They point to guidance from the FDIC about digital asset risks as evidence of a coordinated effort to exclude them from the financial mainstream. But here's a counterpoint to consider. The crypto industry itself has faced major scandals, like the 2022 collapse of the Terra Luna stablecoin ecosystem, which wiped out $2 trillion in value and led to the downfall of FTX and its disgraced founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. So, is this regulatory scrutiny a witch hunt or a necessary response to systemic risks? The answer depends on who you ask. Lawmakers have reported thousands of complaints about banks closing accounts or refusing service. Though the numbers are often murky, over 8,000 claims of improper account closures and nearly 4,000 complaints about denied accounts were filed in the past 3 years alone. However, these figures include everything from small businesses to high-profile political figures, making it hard to discern patterns. And this is the part most people miss. Many of these complaints come from groups that thrive on Trump's financial ecosystem. For instance, the former president has reportedly added hundreds of millions to his personal fortune through crypto investments. Yet he now frames the industry as a victim of debanking. So, where does this leave the banks? Caught between regulatory pressure and political backlash, financial institutions are walking a tightrope. JP Morgan's refusal to comment is a textbook case of damage control, while Bank of America's measured response attempts to reframe the issue as a regulatory debate. But in a country where Trump has repeatedly turned corporate pushback into leverage, from media bias to baseball contracts, the question isn't whether banks will comply. It's whether they can avoid becoming the next target in his playbook. And this is the part most people miss. The real battle isn't just about who gets access to bank accounts. It's about who controls the narrative in an increasingly polarized financial landscape. What's your take? Is debanking a legitimate crisis or a politically charged distraction? Should banks have the right to reject customers based on political views? Or does that violate free market principles? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear both sides of the story.